bit broader reply to it. So, I mean, of course, we are following closely the situation of media freedom and pluralism in Poland. As you know, our concerns have been clearly outlined in the Rule of Law report 2020, which notes, among other things, that, and I quote from the report, there is a lack of regulatory safeguards limiting political control over media outlets in Poland, unquote. Of course, we will also look into the relevant aspects again in the upcoming Rule of Law report this year. I mean, we've been very clear that we attach great importance to media freedom and pluralism, that it is important that journalists hold governments accountable, and we count, of course, on all member states to contribute to the effort to strengthen media freedom and pluralism, to have the right checks and balances in place, and to support the media sector while respecting its independence. On the concrete question regarding this acquisition, I mean, I can only remind that we take note of the decision of a regional court in Warsaw to grant interim measures requested by the Polish Ombudsman regarding the acquisition of Polska Press by PKN Orlen. And we will closely follow further developments in this case. I think this is the latest I can say on this. And look, I mean, I'm not going to now comment on comments of the Vice President. She can speak very clearly on this topic for herself, and has just done a little press point on this issue specifically. So I'm not gonna further comment on this. I can just once more remind that we are very determined in this area, that there's also more action planned and coming. Part of this has been announced in the European Democracy Action Plan. We will come forward with a recommendation on safety for journalists. Later this year, we're working on an initiative to fight abusive litigation against journalists and rights defenders. And we have also put forward a series of actions to support the media sector as part of the Media and Audiovisual Action Plan, and are looking at next steps to further widen and strengthen its toolbox to protect media freedom and pluralism. So we are working on many fronts on this issue, and we'll continue to do so.
Anything to add about this?
Look, I don't have much to add about this. I think the Vice President is quite often accessible, but I will for sure take that message on board, that maybe there is even a wish to have more access.